We want to shift gears for a moment because we got a lot happening today, folks. We got multiple law enforcement sources now telling NBC News that the Tesla Cybertruck that burst into flames outside of the Trump International Hotel in Vegas is being looked into as a possible terror attack. You're looking at video of what happened right here. We now know, let's bring that video up, guys, if we can. We now know at least one person is dead and 7 others are hurt. Those sources also telling us the Cybertruck was rented on the same service used by the suspect in New Orleans. Tesla CEO Elon Musk reacting today on X saying, quote, this, the whole Tesla senior team is investigating this matter and that they've never seen anything like this. I want to bring in Emily Ikeda, who's been on this for us throughout the afternoon. I mean, this is also this kind of fast developing story happening on the same day as this horrendous terror attack in New Orleans. Of course, as of this very moment, important to reiterate, there is no connection between the two. Nonetheless, now being investigated also in Vegas as a terror.
I wholeheartedly believe that both of these incidents are connected. I mean, there's too many similarities. One, they happened on the same day. Two, both of these vehicles are rented on Turo, and the fact that they were electric pickup trucks. 3, both of these vehicles had explosives inside them. Even the one down in New Orleans. Even luckily, none of those were set off, and there weren't as many casualties as it would have been had those have been set off. Unfortunately, there were casualties of people getting hit by the truck and run over, all that stuff. But the one in Las Vegas, unfortunately, did explode. Luckily, nobody was injured except for the person inside the truck who obviously plotted the attack. But these attacks are just too similar for them to not be connected.
Attack, possibly.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we started to get a sense for the degree of seriousness of the situation when you start to see the expanding number of resources focusing and investigating the Cybertruck explosion and fire. There's the FBI that's involved on top of the local law enforcement agencies, the fire agencies. The governor has been monitoring this as well. So as you had just mentioned, we're now learning from several law enforcement sources that this is being investigated as a possible terror attack, that officials believe at this time that it was intentional, though the motive at this point still remains unclear. Those sources telling us that the person killed was the driver of the cyber attack. 7 others, as we have been reporting throughout the day, sustained minor injuries. Several people transported to the hospital. The sheriff says that police and fire first received reports of a vehicle fire and explosion around 8:40 local time this morning. The fire department responding within just a few minutes, 4 minutes, they say. And the sheriff also pointing out that the 2024 Cybertruck pulled up to the front glass doors of the Trump Hotel and it started smoking. Shortly thereafter, there was an explosion and fire. Witnesses describe hearing a really loud sound, bangs, explosions, and then many of them have been evacuated from the hotel. They are still, while the fire is out, they're still urging people to avoid that area. We expect to get more information from law enforcement later today with another news conference expected. But throughout the day, they've been acknowledging a couple of things. Look at the timing, right? It's in the hours in the wake of this terrible tragedy in New Orleans. 2, the location. You can see that Cybertruck just outside of Trump Hotel. This is on the northern end of the Las Vegas Strip. And then also you think about who's related to the Cybertruck. Elon Musk, who you had mentioned earlier, had posted a statement earlier today. He was recently appointed a position in President Trump's second administration. We did also hear from the Trump Organization and President-elect Trump's son, who a reported electric vehicle fire, also saying in part the safety and well-being of our guests and staff remain our top priority. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to the Las Vegas Fire Department and the local law enforcement. As you had mentioned, the Cybertruck was rented. It was rented to an individual, according to sources, for the month of December. It was the same rental company that facilitated the truck rental in New Orleans. But again, we should underscore that officials do not believe these incidents are connected at this time.
So a couple questions that I have, which you may not know the answers to, and you know, great to say that if you don't. First and foremost, we can kind of be assured that there was nobody from the Trump family, from kind of Trump orbit, from Musk orbit, that were anywhere near and or inside the Trump Hotel.
No one has indicated that to us, but again, we couldn't say for sure at this point. Yeah.
And you talked about people that had actually seen what had taken place, you know, bystanders that were watching this happen. Did they at all mention any struggle from the driver from inside the vehicle to actually exit the vehicle, that they saw the driver kind of in distress during this moment in which the Cybertruck blew up?
No, we haven't heard. A lot of people were hearing it, like they were in the hotel, they were in their hotel room, or maybe there was some video of the flames like what you're seeing right there. I think the other thing to note is, yet again, here we are in this position of a high-profile event, Las Vegas, so many people. It's naturally a hot tourism spot, but also when you consider the New Year's Eve celebrations, the number of people in town, there's already these amped-up security measures, and now, as we've been reporting throughout the day, police agencies ramping them up even more in the wake of the New Orleans incident, and now this one that is also being investigated as this possible terror attack.
Stay with me.
Yeah, this is obviously a targeted attack. Nobody would randomly put a Tesla Cybertruck in front of Trump Tower in Las Vegas and then it just explodes randomly. Electric vehicles don't explode like that, especially into a big fireball where you have, fireworks going off all over the place. That's not how electric vehicles blow up. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to be very apprehensive about renting their vehicles on Turo, since both of these vehicles just so happen to be rented from Turo. It was very easy to access vehicles on that app. They don't really have any checks. They may have some age verification, but other than that, that's really all there is to do it, to rent a vehicle on Turo. But for them to say that these two incidents are connected is crazy to me. They're just too similar. And if I was, the person looking at this, I would definitely keep my head in a swivel for New York City, since that's a very extremely populated area and there is a Trump Tower there. But let me know what you guys think about this. Leave a comment, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. We'll see y'all next time.